In this video, I'm going to talk about 4 different things that happened in my life that has changed me a lot for the better. And of course, the 4 lessons I learned from those different scenarios. And not just talking blah 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 and preaching about those lessons, but actually doing it, applying one of those lessons in this video. And stay tuned for that because that is the very last and 4th lesson. So, welcome to Bohomeanns, this is Ann here, and before this beautiful sunset, let's talk about the first lesson from an 18-year-old. Hello. The first lesson is that ending things, ending relationships, ending friendships. So the first scenario is that for the first time in my life, I really got blamed for something I wasn't clearly a part of. I became the object of guilt, and that wasn't so easy. And I lost some people. I had to part ways with some people whom I thought I would never part ways. Losing people, that will become common. They won't be necessarily bad people or toxic people or, unhealthy relationships. They can be, but even if they are not, sometimes you have to part ways with them. Sometimes you have to say bye-bye to them. You may want different things in your life, or sometimes the misunderstanding is too much to explain. And sometimes even after all the explanation, you just cannot continue with that kind of relationship that you had earlier. So then you have to say bye-bye. Maybe your idea of life, idea of career, idea of jobs, idea of relationships might not fit into theirs. Maybe you're too much or too less for them, or vice versa. Deal the loss with maturity. When I mean maturity, I'm not saying that you should suppress your emotions and be, uptight. You should not allow yourself to feel anything. I'm not saying that. What you should do is validate the other person's feelings as well as you do yours and say clean bye. Also express your emotions and yourself without causing any harm to the other person as well as yourself. And I know that breakups, in the case of friendships or romantic relationship or any kind of a ship, normal to feel that kind of an emptiness, maybe if that person was such a big part of your life. But it's also normal to feel nothing. It's also normal to feel okay, I'm okay with that. Even though that person was really valuable to you, you haven't really given them that big of an attachment. You only gave them love but not attachment. You can feel secure. You will feel okay, I will be okay without that person too. So that feeling was also okay. You shouldn't feel guilty because you're not feeling any kind of a sadness when that person left. Sometimes we're just super secure people, so that's okay too. But if you haven't already know it, losing people is going to be common in adulting. Now let's go to the second scenario. Okay. So welcome to my classroom. This is my psychology class. This is where I study. So now the second scenario. Well, this happened on the first day of our induction program that we had orientation classes in the college. Like the first and the second day, a week full of the programs like that. First, we had a common induction program with, introduction and inauguration of things like that, ceremonies and everything, official ceremonies and everything, including the parents. Next day, we had this whole first years, whole freshers kind of an induction program, which was actually quite good. So, on that day, it had 2 sessions. The first session came to an end. The professor asked 10 of us to step forward and tell us about a talent that you have. Express something of yourself. It may be dance, singing, whatever it is, that just present it and just introduce yourself. When he was just concluding his session, I was sitting with my friend, and you're going to see her at the end of the video. I was sitting with my friend and I looked at her. She looked at me and she was like, well, she means like, let's go. And I was like, hell yeah. And just when he stopped talking, like when he said that, okay, now we can come, both me and my friend raised up our hands high and we just went for it. Well, she sang and I talked about my public speaking as well. And other fellow 10 students also came. There might be students in the crowd who might be 10 times better in singing than me now, or maybe 100,000 times better in public speaking than me. But who would notice? Me and my friend. Why? Because we were the first to hold that confidence, raise up our hands high, and walk through the aisle along the staring eyes of the crowd hold the mic. We did that. That's why we got noticed. The second lesson is the most powerful accessory that you can wear, that you can own, that you can style is your confidence. No matter where you come from, what your talent is, and what is your background, all boils down to how you present it, how you present yourself. Are you doing it with confidence? Are you doing it with courage? And if you're a beginner, you're gonna get embarrassed. I promise. It's gonna happen a lot. But the real question is, are you ready to get embarrassed and grow? Or sit still and never see the light? Once you set yourself high, once you walk with confidence, you're gonna notice that people is gonna see you in a very different sense. The way people approach you, the way people talk to you, the way people give you a little bit of a difference. You're gonna see that. And the only way to make it happen is to tell them that I am this and I should be respected this way. The only way to tell that is that this is my talent and I'm ready to prove it. You do not have to seek opportunities. Opportunities will come to you. If you're a beginner and just starting out in your field, if you're really confident in what you do and humble enough to learn and fail and make mistakes and make corrections, people would love to teach you. Talk with confidence, talk with confidence, love with confidence, and play with confidence. Okay, I'm home again. Don't worry about me. Now, the third one. The third scenario was that when I moved to hostel, a lot of things changed, and one of the biggest things was that I was not really prioritizing the people who were with me, like my family and my closest friends. I was not really calling them, texting them. I was, but very short. It's not because I don't love them and I don't care for them. It's just that I took them for granted. One of my friends complained the other day, and it was not pleasant. It was then that I understand that how much of time I waste by doing meaningless things like watching meaningless content on Instagram or scrolling away while I could talk with my loved ones, while I could just text them, hey, how you doing, things like that. Of course, I was really busy and things were getting really on my nerves, but a small call on the free time won't hurt. It's okay to take things for granted, but when you take things for granted and not work towards them, not put any further effort towards them, then that is a problem. Just like that, when you remind others that, hey, that you're valuable in my life and I really appreciate it, the relationship stays. And just like that, when you remind yourself to work out and congratulate your body to do that workout, your health stays. Just like that, when you put your money into good investments and strictly follow a good plan, your wealth stays. So this is your reminder to not take anything for granted. And if you do, then granted doesn't mean that you don't have to nourish it anymore. Now, are you ready to watch the fourth scenario in which I'll be applying the fourth lesson? Let's go. So now I am sitting here in the lawn of my college, just in front of my college. As you guys can guess, being a first year and sitting here with a tripod and a camera and setting up all of this and talking to absolutely no one but the camera within the first month of college, it's kind of a big task and it's not easy, but it's a step out of my comfort zone. So the fourth scenario is out of your comfort zone. If you have felt Neha, please ignore the background noise. Of course, they have to start the building walls that I just reached here. Okay, continuing. Also, shout out to Neha for giving me her phone to record. Thank you, Neha. One important thing that I have learned about comfort zone is that we do things to break out of our comfort zone. But when in reality, we are doing things to expand our comfort zone.
Example, consider public speaking. You like speaking. At first, your comfort zone is obviously watching YouTube videos and tutorials and seeing many good people being really good with their public speaking skills. You become, inspired a little bit by that. And then you slowly start to talk to yourself, talk in the mirror, talk in the bathroom, and be that confident person by yourself. Next, after grabbing all the confidence you have, you slowly start to speak it out loud to your best friends, to your closest family members, to your mom, to your dog, to your pet. You do something to say it out loud. Sometimes you get laughs, sometimes you get claps. If you're fortunate, you might get some claps and you will be inspired to do it again. Then after a lot of practice, a lot of ups and downs, you get the confidence to do it in an audience. Maybe in a class, in a college fest, in a school auditorium, in an association anniversary. Oh, you get the picture. You do something in front of the people that you don't know. That's a really big achievement if you ask me. And one day, based on your friend's suggestion, hesitantly, you post on Instagram. And guess what? You get really low views. It happens. It's not a fairy tale. You're not going to get 1 million views in your first video. Then after a lot of loop of videos, you realize that, oh my god, I have to learn about camera, editing, marketing, video presentation, brand building, about the background noises, the crows in your roof. You have to care all about that. And then what? We rinse and repeat. Besides what the numbers tell you, what the negative voices in your head as well as in society tell you, you go forward with your best and give your best to the social media as well. And then slowly you will be able to shoot in public, especially in your college lawn when everybody is just entering the college, and maybe you will get embarrassed, but it's okay. It's fine.
Now, when you look at this when we step out of a comfort zone, we are actually making more space for things to happen. Because the next time I shoot in public, I won't be so nervous because I have already done it. So the past expansion of my comfort zone say yes to the future expansion of my comfort zone. And limit to the golden rule of getting out of the comfort zone. If you are deciding to get out of a comfort zone, if you are saying that, oh, I'm going to shoot in public, or I'm going to do something that is out of my comfort zone, do it ASAP. No matter what the factors of this uncomfortableness tell you. Because when I was just getting out of the hostel to shoot this, it started to rain and I was like, god damn it. But as I walked through and let's see how the weather gets when I reach here, it became sunny and I started to shoot. And also I was supposed to shoot it yesterday, but it got postponed because my department has to ask some extra permissions as well. So it got postponed, but I was like, if I get the permission today, I'm going to shoot today. So I got the permission today. That's why I came here in the morning. I'm going to shoot it. So these factors are the things that you should be looking forward to, because these factors will be there to tell you that no, it's not a good day. It's not a good day. And what's the fun fact? There is no good day. Okay, now let me tell you a story. We were having a debate in the psychology hour the other day, and something my dear friend has quoted has really struck me. Of course, we should get out of our comfort zone and do all the things, but we should know what is a comfort zone. We should stay there for some time. We should get back to it sometime, feel that feeling of comfort sometime at particular intervals of the time, and then go ahead and do it. So we should have a balance between the comfort zone and getting out of it. So comfort zone is not a bad thing, but staying there for so long is really bad. And also staying out of a comfort zone for so long, I think, is a bad thing, because if we constantly challenge ourselves and not take a moment to grasp it and not take a moment to process it and be thankful for it, if we do not share it to our best friends, like, hey, I did that thing in public, yaar, can you believe it? And be grateful for that. We feel it, happy for that, but you're constantly like go emotion. You're not going to feel anything about it. You're not going to feel the success you want to feel out of it. At the end of the day, it's all about emotions and what you feel about it. And you decide what is your comfort zone. And you decide how getting out of it looks like as well. And I must say a big thank you to all for giving me such love for the hostel vlog. A lot of people called and messaged, said that it's beautiful and thank you. But a lot of things changed in my hostel life and a lot of things changed in my college life. I want to give you an update because you deserve to know what's happening. So stay tuned for the hostel vlog part 2. I hope you have a really great day. Have a beautiful, amazing day. And if you feel like you're going to get out of your comfort zone today, I really appreciate it. So what are the 4 things that we have discussed quickly? First, about ending things, ending relationships, ending positions. Second, about confidence, your biggest accessory that you can wear. Third, if you really want to do it, you will make time for doing it. And fourth, getting out of a comfort zone and realizing what is a comfort zone. I love you guys so much and have a beautiful rest of your day. Love you. Thank you for giving me the phone. റെക്കോർഡൊക്കെ മറന്നു. അല്ല, ഇത്രയല്ല, കുറച്ച് ഭാഗം. ഇയാള് കൊറേ